Psychology does not teach you how to be a professional, nor how to craft, conceptually, the psyche. Craftsmanship is a word with a long history behind it, a word describing a mostly manual and technical activity learned through daily practice. A practice that you do yourself, not one that someone else has protocoled or slipped into a diagnostic book, poorly translated and sold, that others will read before teaching you. As in the Chinese whispers game, it can be frequently misrepresented. Science is another ancient and often misused term. Science does not translate into easy courses undertaken and certificates gained, but that of the empirical eye, which observes, collects data, compares them, examines and interprets them, builds solutions, tests them, perfects, applies and implements them. When I won the access to my PhD course in 2012, I remember I was in seventh heaven. Doing research, getting my hands dirty was all I wanted. Working with ancient manuscripts is not so different to treating people. Both require care and a lot of patience. Patience and the softest touch that can be exercised. The elegance of a dialogue which we all have forgotten in this era. My academic experience was, with rare exceptions, totally disappointing in Italy. Italy is not aware of the importance of investing in the scientific research across sectors, starting from the psychological sphere, where it is a priority to establish the boundaries of professional competence instead of providing citizens with valid alternatives to their well-being. Complementary medicine is a mirage in the bel paese, or beautiful country, outside of every worldwide mental health consortium. This year in particular, my decision, which was considered very carefully, to completely abandon my university career stems from the deep conviction that a change is necessary, giant and definitive, which puts an end to rampant corruption, which re-establishes roles, which let people choose, let the individual beneficiary of any service choose what is really functional and effective, the chats, or rather the facts. My students will produce a science and not religion, because today psychology seems to be sectarian and indifferent, forgetful of the present and projected towards a fantastic scenario made up of numbers and calculations with an astrological taste instead of faces and people. A race to wrench the flag of predictive pseudo-certainty, even when science has long since abandoned the idea that there is indeed a certainty buried somewhere. Psychology is late to this realization by centuries. This week, I met an enlightened politician, Robbie Butler, whose questions about my practice gave me a lot to think about. It was an idea of my husband, enthusiastic and tireless supporter of my work, to come out and pose the normative problem of complementary psychotherapy, in this case, biocentric psychoanalysis, as a bridge between the therapies defined as others and traditional psychotherapy. Another very pleasant experience for me was to follow as a human behavior expert the activities of Lola Sports, a Belfast-based company that gives an international stage for young football talent. The attention and sensitivity shown both by the manager and by the athletes themselves, their positive feedback, and the sensational victory of the last match, in which all of my boys literally shone, even though it was the end of a long and hard week of work and team building between games, despite all the difficulties and divergences. I have been monitoring their sleep patterns through specific fitness bands, which are also able to track their expenditure of calories, even during training and matches, the amount of hours one athlete can physically rest, and the depth of their dreams. I gave them cognitive tests to play with to stimulate their associative spatial perception, the speed of thoughts, through analogy and intuition. I worked to make them symmetric in their thinking, as well as in their playing. I pushed them to find alternative ways to communicate to each other and to overcome resentment, performance anxiety and pressure. I taught them ways to practice mindfulness, to clear their thoughts and focus on the execution of simple body moves and so on. I will remember forever, in this third week of January 2019, the cold penetrating into my bones while I was watching them taking notes and finding them anxious, frustrated and blocked. In the ball, we'd say in my own language, and so planning strategies of adaptation, communication and action. I will not forget the warmth of their smiles and hugs and the messages and the emoji, the follow-up of those who live even as much as 1 day time zone away from here, the skepticism of the youngest turned into maturity, awareness and admiration. Change finally made possible. I will never forget that therapy is done on the field, whichever and wherever it is, and that the world is one, and one is life, this amazing phenomenon that unites us all in the existence.
Hi, my name is I.B.P.I. I'm originally from Nigeria, but I've been living in Dundalk, Ireland for the last 16 or more years. 21, I played football with the Paralympics Irish team, so I represented my country at a high level. Also was part of the Dundalk Academy for over 17s to under 19s. Currently on a scholarship in college playing with Carlo IT, which has been enjoyable. To get a professional contract and be able to use my skills, because football is what I love to do, and to further on and become a better player and find out my weaknesses and improve my weaknesses and then use my strengths to my advantage and hopefully get something out of this. It's really helped me a lot, as it makes me think a bit more as a player, because I kind of done the psychology part of this before, but this is really different from what I've been used to, and it's making me see things differently. Maybe make me see the things that I wouldn't see in myself, or maybe people wouldn't say to me. But with the psychoanalysis, really means being really upfront about everything and being honest, even though it might be hard to take in. But it does make you need that type of feedback to help you improve as a player and get to that level. Because you see, the elite players would have someone's honest with them and blunt, and Female is very blunt and on the spot, and puts in a way that you can understand, and it's not too hard. It's just simple, and you can understand and help you improve. And just sit back and enjoy it and become a better player. And the practical things I feel PAP's really helped me with is when we're in the room talking about players, what our goals are. I think the biggest question that got to me deep was who am I? Which was, I think, it was very big thing to understand as a player. Who are you? Why are you also doing this? And then some of the other stuff maybe attachments to things you can't be attached, because you want to be the best player. They literally have left our homes, left family behind to achieve that goal, and then eventually they're all right, I've reached the level I want to reach, I have the money now I can bring my family. You need to be able to make that sacrifice to reach your goal. And I think for me, I felt I was a bit attached also to my family, and doing the whole thing about attachments, that can also be a distraction and hold you back. But if you can let go of stuff, that you can actually move on forward and clear your head. And then some of the relaxing techniques, saying how to relax before games. For me, I'm quite tense and frustrated. They need to learn when to relax, and then Melina kind of said it to me as a player. So in yesterday's game, for example, I tried to be more calm and relaxed instead of me frustrated and giving out. All right, let me think about this, let me relax more and try and take on board some stuff that we've done in the classroom sessions. Yeah, I've been tank management before anyways for a while. After my brain injury, I had a very bad temper, but I said I would, because I do feel sometimes for me, I don't think it's anger, it's more stress. It's I feel I want to win, but sometimes I can't really, the team's not built around me, so I need to let that go and stop being, I say it's being greedy, but I feel that's the hunger I want to, be noticed. I want to win, but also need get that contract. So I feel that if it could help me focus more and help me improve my game, then it's something I'm open to do and use to become a better player. With PAP, it's upfront and honest, because sometimes coaches might feel, because they know you, they won't want to put in the wrong, because they say, all right, if I say to Tom, he might leave the club and he just tell me what I want to hear, and that's kind of giving me false hope in my mind. As was for Melina, she's been honest, she's been straightforward, and I take that on board, even though it kind of annoys me. But I have to say that she's worked with some top athletes, and she's honest. She's not gonna be around the bush and bullshit. She's gonna be straight to the point. It's what you need to do to become a better player. And I feel that's why PAP is really different. I feel more clubs might need to add that in to help players, young players like me, be able to be prepared for maybe professional contracts. So if I feel I get a contract and PAP was still in there, I think that actually helped me improve. And just doing this, even though we're not doing it for too long, it's just really opened my mind to other stuff and something I'd like to do after this. I get hopefully I get a contract, but something I'd like to continue on with a contract to help me improve my game and be a better player.
I'm Wade, I play centre midfield. I'm from Liverpool and I'm 21. I started when I was 4 up until 18. I played for Liverpool, and then I moved to Barnsley where I signed a pro for 1 year. But then I got offered a new deal and didn't return to pre-season. I'm here to try and get a contract and get back into football and show people what I can do. I've only been here 2 days, but the lads have made me feel comfortable, and I've got on with everyone and played off my first game last night and I've done okay. I think your mind helps your body because it makes you think faster than that. Sometimes if like I do something bad and then I do it again, or like sometimes if you like, because I don't really know the lads, sometimes because I don't know their weaknesses and their strengths, sometimes they might do something bad what's their weakness, but I don't realise, so I get a bit frustrated at them. Because I think out of the bunch of lads that I'm playing with, I'm more vocal, so I'm going to help them and give them information that might help them and then help the team, and hopefully we do well tonight.
My name is Derrick. I'm from Worcester, Massachusetts, USA, and I play at Anna Maria College. I just graduated this past summer, and I'm looking for opportunities. That's why I came to Belfast. I have a passion of soccer since I was little. I always wanted to play at the highest level, and my dream was to play for Chelsea, and I'm working towards my goal every day. And I thank Lola Sports for giving me the opportunity to prove myself and show what I have as a soccer player. And I'm looking to develop as a player and just enjoy the game because I love playing soccer. I'm from a big family of 7 kids, and I'm the second. So my brothers are looking up to me, and I want to be a good role model and show to them that anything is possible, and you just work hard, you can accomplish your goal and your dreams. So Belfast is a start for me, and I thank you guys again for giving me the opportunity to prove myself. I think it's very important being mental, having a mental state in the game, and being able to cope with missing a tackle and being able to come back from that and just focusing on the game. I think it's really important, and I try to stay focused during the game or be aware of my positions, because once I cover my zone, nobody else can be able to beat me there. So I really try to stay focused during the game and also connect with my teammates and players. Melania gave me an outside perspective of how I play on the pitch, and me taking that criticism or the remarks she gave me to be able to mentally think about it and while I'm on the pitch and try to improve my game, which I've done. And without that perspective, I wouldn't know what I was doing wrong on the pitch, and it's really helpful psychologically and as a team, because once you find out your mistakes, you're able to correct it and do better in the next game. So that was really helpful. Marlena did a great job of telling me what I did cognitively, because that's her job, and I was able to work on that. Once I figure out cognitively, I could be able to do my job as a soccer player. So without that cognitive reminder, I won't be able to do it technically or play to my potential. So that was really helpful because it helped me understand as a player what you should be thinking about on the pitch, and while also trying to play with your teammates. My best quality is speed, and I'm really energetic. I can move left and right easily, but my problem I have right now is positioning and my header. So I'm gonna work on that and try improving it, because header is easy to learn and position is also easy to learn. So I'm working on that right after the showcase, it will be improved in the next few weeks. Tonight, I'm just looking to have fun, first of all, enjoy the game, and prove my best. Do my best as a player, and also connect with my teammates, and hopefully we can win, because we definitely, as a team, we need a win to get our head straight, because it has been a problem, and winning, it's something that a team should do. So if we're not winning this, our teammates think this is a big problem. So tonight, we're gonna give it our all, and try to win this game.
My name is Steve Bayaki. I'm from Dublin. I'm 19 years of age, and my footballing background would be in my previous team. I was in Paris, La Garenne Colombe, and before that it was Shelburne FC in Ireland. I'm here to get a pro contract, a professional contract, to try search for the best possible contract I can get. It's a good setup. It's a very good setup. They have a lot. They have more connections than I thought they would. And yeah, everything was well. Where we're staying, the accommodation, the food, everything was very professionally set up. The psychology, I really learned a lot about myself from it. That at the start I wasn't really taking it seriously. I thought, oh, this is just something else. But then I really thought some of the things you were saying is some of the things other people have been saying, and I've really learned a lot about myself as a person. For example, that I have a tendency of getting agitated, and I get attached to everything, no matter what it is. And that's not the first time I've heard that. I've just heard it in different ways, but that's not the first time I've heard something like that about myself. So I think one of the bigger things for me that you said was important was speed, stuff like that, because speed is one of the big things that if you can think faster, you can play faster, and if you can play faster, then you can play at a very, 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 very high level, for me, to be honest. And I've heard it from all sorts of coaches, the faster you play, the better player that you are, and relaxation and self-awareness, knowing that the way you're thinking is wrong or the way you're thinking is bad is very important. You're in control of the way you think is very important. Melania told me that she was explaining cognitive and technical mistakes, and I really understood the difference. Technical mistakes, she's not really supposed to teach us. So, and cognitive mistake is a mistake that it's implanted in your head. It's a mistake that you don't know that you're doing. Do you know what I mean? And I learned a lot about cognitive mistakes that I had that I didn't even know I had. The match tonight, I'm hoping that to get a win, and hoping that everybody gets something from it, and just to prove that, you know, we're coming to prove a point that to win, and to prove a point that their managers should be looking at us and not their own players. They should be looking at us and saying, wait, we have a team out here that's coming and beating us. All these players are not signed. I have my own team. Do you know what I mean? I want a lot of players to, I want the team to get something from it.